very special day because it's Father's Day, and I have one of my favorite fathers online with his wife. Jason and Shanek are part American, part Jamaican, but full of fun, and they're talking about parenting, their parenting journey, and what it has been like. Thank you guys so much for making the time to talk to me.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
All right, so let me jump right into it and start off with the million-dollar question. What is the best part of parenthood?
The best part of parenthood for me is not only watching a child grow, studying his behavior, and learning from it, but learning from myself as well. Learning to practice patience, learning to discipline my own psyche to be able to operate better throughout my life as a result of having to care for a young child who does not know what an adult knows.
Yeah.
So that's what I find the best part, because it's very challenging, and I love to overcome challenges. So yeah.
Well, for me, it's having somebody to come home to in the evening that's super excited no matter what, especially when you're having a bad day. Like the other day, I was having like the worst time ever, and as I come to the door, it's mommy, and that's just like exciting for me. That makes it easier to get through.
And I know that Shamir is just this big ball of energy. So how do you manage your energetic son? Because both of you have to double team him sometimes, I'm sure. But yeah, there are all these stories about Shamir. So how you manage all his energy?
Leave it to Jason. Jason's a big kid. So
although he's energetic, it's good to, well, for me, myself, I find that if I interact with him, the more I interact with him and keep him preoccupied, the less rambunctious he is. So, yeah.
What's his favorite activity, Jason? What's his favorite game to play with you?
Yeah, I play the Xbox sometimes. His favorite game is likes race car driving.
Ooh, nice.
Race car games.
You guys have you have what many may consider an unusual dynamic, because Shamir is not your biological son, he's your bonus son, so you're his bonus dad. And I want you to just unpack for us a little bit and share what it's like, your relationship with him, and also Shanek, if you can touch on what his relationship is like with his biological father, and how even as a child he manages to show both lots of love to Jason and his dad.
Well, I think the good part about it is that Jason came into Shamir's life when he was 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
So he never really knew what was going on at that point in time. And I mean, I could not have asked for a better situation, because he's been around him that long, where he has watched him pretty much grow. And so he's developed this fond of Jason from very, 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 very small. And he never really, because he was so young, he wasn't really aware of the differences his dad and I were having at the time. And so when we separated, it's not like he had to be adjusted to this new dynamic. He grew into us already being apart. And so it just kind of became like a norm, like, a normal situation, everyday situation for him. And so that's like a blessing for me to have that. And he knows that he has 2 dads. So, I mean, and he loves both of them incredibly. And both dads really, it makes life so much easier, because on the weekends when he's gone to his dad, it's all for good time to just, unpack. And then, it's all excitement, for him to come back home on Sundays. So that was fun. Yeah. What's it been like for you?
For me,
yeah.
Yes. Apart from being such a challenge to accept that there is a boundary between and I've always respected the fact that his biological father is his biological father. I would never try to take his place. I would never try to influence Shamir to favor me over him, never. But because I fell in love and married this woman who has a child, I have no choice but, because he stays under this roof, I have no choice but as an adult to take responsibility in the upbringing of that child. Because I can't be negligent about it. I can't just be like, oh, he's all yours, I've developed feelings for him over the years. I've gotten close with this kid. I know him, and he knows me. We're tight, and we're bonded. We share many good times together. So I fell in love with the kid. And I can't help that. It just happened naturally, a natural occurrence. And yeah, it's just...
Yeah, because in the beginning, Jason was kind of apprehensive about what his role should look like. I think he was kind of like, because he said that to me, he's like, I don't want to be called anything other than Jason. I'm like, that sounds so wrong. You're Jamaican. And here, you expect, usually step-parents are called uncle or dad or something more formal. But Jason's like, I'm Jason. Nothing else. And I think at first it was very difficult for him to step into that role, because he's like, he already has a dad that's functioning in his life and everything. So he doesn't want to cross that line. But I think over time we've kind of developed our own little idea of what, our family structure should look like, and it worked for us. So yeah.
Yes. So the most interesting part of your journey so far is that I've gotten an opportunity to watch all the things you've posted about Shamir, and I know that you guys have plenty of shake my head moments with him. So I want you to share with me, like, your top 2. There must be 2.
Oh God.
Okay.
It's hard. It's more than
shake my head moments. My top 2? Okay.
Yeah.
The first is that when he interacts with other children, he wants to be shared with, but he does not want to share. He's greedy. Greedy with his toys, greedy with his food. But he
doesn't share food either.
He wants other people's things. Okay. Secondly, I swear this kid is going to have to drink from a sippy cup until he's 12 years old, because we try to give him open glasses. Every drink that he has in his hand, it spills. And I shake my head every time. I'm like, oh, why? Do you know how to hold the glasses? No. That's it for me.
Shamir wants to be in everything, every single thing. So, and he'll do it if you let him. I definitely shake my head moments are when he thinks that he can cook his own meals. And everything he jumps up on, he has his stepping stool and everything. On the stepping stool, on the chair, and whatever he can find to step on so that he can cook his fried own egg. He wants to be a part of everything. And it's fine sometimes, but I'm like, just let me be, please.
So he's cooking now?
Of course, he knows how to fry an egg. An egg, he can make his own mac and cheese in the microwave.
But yeah, he's making it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to convince him that, listen, you need supervision. You cannot do this on your own. Like, you need somebody there. But not getting it.
So what amazing thing did he do for Father's Day now?
Well, he's at his dad's this weekend, so he hasn't been able to do anything yet. So probably later on, we'll see what goes on once he gets home from his dad.
What he comes up
with. I'm not sure what he's doing at his dad's house this weekend, but yeah.
So how old is Shamir now?
4.
So after 4 years, I'm sure you have some nuggets of wisdom and some parenting advice that you're willing to share. So tell me, what's the best piece of parenting advice that both of you can share with my viewers and listeners?
It doesn't get easier. That's the worst advice anybody could have told me when especially when I was a baby and I'm having gone through, sleeping and crying through the night and, feeding through the night and all of that. Like, the worst advice somebody could have given me is, it gets better. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's my truth, actually, to say that it doesn't get better. But I'm enjoying this stage because he's now developed his own little personality and we're able to, like, talk to each other and, like, truly enjoy each other's company when he's not being so when he's not being a little prick. It's nice that at this point we really get to enjoy him. But I can definitely say that each stage comes with its own bit of difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
But it starts from him not sleeping through the night and having to get up every few hours to feed and stuff like that. The toddler stage when he's pulling down everything, walking and pulling down, and now we're trying to mold this in a person, so that in a few years he'll be a nice, respectable young man in society. And sometimes it's very hard to do that because you question, yourself, because you're just trying to hope for the best that what you're doing is the right thing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Do you have anything to add, Jason?
Parenting advice. My only advice is that I think we push children generally too much in the direction that we prefer them to go in.
Mm-hmm.
Letting them develop independently. We're there to guide them and keep them safe. Many parents, they want what's best for their children, but it comes from their own internal notion of what's best.
Yeah.
My advice is, keep your children safe, but let them develop their own personality. If they want to play football, but you don't like football, you should let them play football.
Yes.
If they want to watch television, that's a really good example.
Let them be free to
don't let your kids do anything that'll make you resent them or dislike them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So it's a combination of letting them have their own independence, but don't let them do things that are going to make you look at them with disgust.
Yeah,
it's a balance.
I think a parent-child relationship is bound to be great if you kind of stick to those guidelines.
And my last question for you guys is, what's the best part of parenthood?
Just the amazement that I have watching just a young kid, a toddler, become a preschooler, for the last 2.5 years. Develop witness him start speaking, hearing him say these words for the first time. I'm like, where did you learn that word? It really is kind of amazing because I knew that, little baby Shamir, putting him in the grocery trolley and going to the store, and he doesn't say anything, just makes sounds and he waves. And we go to the grocery store, we put him in the trolley, and he's having a full conversation the whole time.
Yeah.
It's been really amazing to watch him develop. So that's the best part.
I still can't believe he's 4 already. I mean, he's this whole
over baby pictures today, like, oh my god, the other day. So yeah, the time does fly by, which makes it, you want to bask in the moment and, try to do stuff that's fun and, memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So lastly, I have an activity for you guys. So you can't come on here and just leave like that. So I have a segment on the program called Getting Rushed. And basically it's a timed game and we're going to be playing Price is Right, baby style. So I am going to share my screen now and you guys are going to bring out your phones and we're going to play using a platform that I love. I use it for activities all the time. It's called Kahoot. All right. Are you guys seeing this?
Yes.
All right. We need to see Jason now. All right. I like it. Arctic Queen. All right, ready? Go. There's the picture. So it's a 5-in-1 bottle warmer. Is it $13.99? Ooh. All right. Next. Baby carrier. All right, there's still hope. There is still hope, Jason.
Let's try it.
And this is an electric breast pump. Both missed on that one.
I'm feeling towards that,
All right. Infant formula, Similac 6 count.
What was it? Oh, geez, I'm bought Similac in a long time.
Yeah, in at least 3 years. Baby food maker. Let's see who's gonna get this one.
Okay, this,
Almost $99.99, almost $100. These baby stuff are expensive.
I know.
Stage 2 diapers, Pampers Swaddlers.
Oh, shoot.
6 seconds.
Oh,
$49.99.
got one right.
The one that matters most. You got it right, Jason.
I didn't even look at the amount.
And these are baby wipes.
I got it right. 24. Okay.
Loties.
Oh, let me choose what you choose.
Baby sway swing. 2 questions to go. 7 seconds.
I think 7.99.
Yes.
Only because I was looking at some kind of thing.
No, this one is pretty expensive. 4-in-1, every fit, convertible car seat from Even Flow.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
you got it.
You both got it right.
Alright, move on laundry detergent. 2. How much these are for? The brand here. Expensive. Alright.
I did not know laundry detergents came in different stages until I had babies.
Oh yeah.
3 seconds.
$60, babe.
Yeah.
Two.
Let's see. Or win a circle.
Yay!
Six
That's
on
6.
one.
Oh god.
So Jason, you got 2 right. That is a major accomplishment. I'm not sure many dads would have gotten those 2 right, but you got 2 very important ones, especially that one with the diapers. You know how much diapers cost, and that's important.
You know soon.
You'll know soon.
Not soon.
But soon. Okay, good. Yeah, I know the difference. So Shanek, just as we close off, if you can tell us a little bit about Sparkle with Shan, share with us about your brand, and I know that came out, or it was birthed out of your own motherhood journey. So tell us about it.
All right, so Sparkle with Shan is all about sparkle. It's all about finding ways to do stuff on a budget and creative stuff in the home and all of that. Like, yeah, that's really what it's about. I love crafting and coming up with ways in which I can look at something that's super expensive and recreate that same thing on a budget. And that's really what Sparkle with Shan is about. But Sparkle with Shan has so many other faces because it also encompasses makeup, just looking good, all of that jazz, hair and all of that. So yeah, it's just the way to just feel good about yourself, feel good about what you do without breaking the bank.
All right. Thank you so much, Shanek. Thanks so much, Jason. I hope you enjoy the rest of your afternoon and you spend some much needed time for relaxation.
Thank you, Michelle.
All right.